Everything's protected. But it looks like he's good with the time, so he might try to blitz me. But I'm happy to see an exchange of pieces here. I think he should keep the rooks on. That's the second rook he traded that doesn't seem like the right practical decision. Bishop there, knight e5, I guess. In the center, keeping him off of c4. His knight has no squares, so that's a good thing. Want to maybe create a passed f pawn, I guess. f5. Get my king in the center. But I had nowhere to go without f5. Now he's got this, and I'm going to bring my king up. He's got king d4. King d4, okay, that's no problem. I'm protected. And I could play f4 now. This was the plan, right? Create a passed pawn. A passed pawn that can actually win the game. Okay. The h pawn, at least, is the right color, too. So, now here he's trading, but I think this is somewhat dubious. Again, he's trading. A situation where I'm not sure that's the right idea. I have time to play king g5. And I can invade on h4. Now, if I didn't have a beat pawn, I guess this would be a draw. But it's not, not looking like he can really draw this at this point. It's kind of a lot of threats. b5, which this b5 pawn will decoy one of his pieces, basically. So now I can just play king h4 and win this pawn. And this is a win. So, resigned. Yeah, he's in the square if it's no h-pawn on the board. But tried playing blitz on chess.com. Well, I think we will. We're going to do that. My Twitch stream here is still in its infancy, but we're going to get better every day. That's the way I approach everything. Incremental improvements. So, getting back in the 15-minute pool, basically the stream is about 2.5 hours. I apologize, anybody who was here yesterday. I don't know what was up with me, but I started to have computer problems and just went on and on. So, focusing on 15-minute, we're trying to get our rating up. Yesterday we lost that painful game against that guy, Oscar, where I hung mate on the back rank because I was talking about Anand or something. But hung mate on his back rank. So one loss to one of these guys who's like 1800, and I'm losing a ton of points. And the only reason why I think it's important is because obviously I don't care about my numeric rating, but I do want to play the strongest players we can possibly play. So the higher our rating is, the better opposition we get, and really the more instructive and I think better games that we get. So we're hoping that we can move it up to like 2200 plus. Play some of the top players in the 15-minute range. I'm going to get in there for some 5-minute chess, though. Thanks, McLeping. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, check out the links. I just put a link to my YouTube down below the stream. It was a really nice game I annotated by Dmitry Yakovenko. Alright, Katik. I don't know this lady, but I have the St. George in my repertoire, believe it or not. Okay, now c4 is, I think this kind of transposes to this is 5-minute chess, so that's why I'm playing the St. George. But I have played it in long games, just for your information, guys, and I have pretty good results. So it's not a joke. I've only lost maybe one game in like 6 or something, all against masters. The only guy to beat me was Josh Friedel, and it was, well, it was a game. It was a game. I mean, it was close, and I don't know. So d5 real fast for white here. I don't know about this. I mean, this looks a little like she's up on the a6 theory or what? Bishop b4 now is interesting. Maybe knight takes d5. I think I should wait. So now I could take on d5. I guess she just starts taking with pieces. So again, I'm going to keep waiting here. I don't know. This is pretty good the way she played. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this exactly. Play c4 and then after e6, play knight c3 and d5. It's an interesting approach. I don't know too many people who actually have like a worked out variation against the St. George. Maybe she's just making it up. That might be why I've never seen this before. Still, though, it looks pretty good for white. She's better. Playing against my knight on b8, you might think. So always there's this tactic, like knight takes e4, rook e1, or something like that. And white is better. Bishop takes. And I don't have any counterplay. My rook is hanging. We need to develop a piece. I'm going to have to sack a pawn here. Looks like maybe white has played flawlessly so far. We're going to jettison our rating here. Rook b8. Queen takes. Queen takes. We have to be careful we're not losing material, like a heavy piece or something. I mean a major piece, like a knight or major piece. A serious piece. This lady is kicking my ass here. Not good. Not good. She's very serious. So, by the way, if you see that my name on this chess server is Mr. Serious, it's a joke, actually. I am serious about chess, but not that serious. It really doesn't have that much meaning. It just something I made up a long time ago. Because people were too serious. You know, if everyone gets angry, they're like cursing when they lose, sending you like nasty chats and stuff, and I just, you know, didn't care that much. So it was like, I'm Mr. Serious. Yeah, Katik here, just torturing me. But I have knight b4. It's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly. But maybe it's better than anything else to take on a2. I think I lose material in all lines. I'm going to lose all my pawns. I wonder if I can do something like knight b4 and knight b3. Nope. So I don't even know how to play this and not lose more than a pawn. It's really crazy. Maybe I should play bishop d6, like no joke. Bishop d6. It seems insane. Then she probably plays e5. That's embarrassing. So I don't want your pawn. I'll just play e5. Oh man, just totally lost. Normally the St. George works really well for me. I think she was prepared. Queen. This is crazy. There's no moves for black. Just try to find a move here. We'll have to just jettison a pawn. Bishop d6. It's interesting. Hopefully her technique fails her and we can draw down a pawn in an ending. I don't know. She's only rated 2192, but she's playing perfect chess. Very, very, like, determined to beat me. And just play, like, flawless, one move after another. Now here, I guess pawn takes. As I said, I don't really like trading pieces when I'm down material. Look at this. Rook e8. I'm not going to passively defend my pawn. Active defense. Because she's threatening a3. It's very irritating. Rook c8, anything here? Yeah. Probably best, trying to stay as active as possible. We're way down on the clock, but we have nothing clear. d5. d5 sort of suicide. f5, anybody? Jeez, this doesn't look good. We're just gonna lose. There's no move. This doesn't look good. a3. I think a3 is fatal. Well, no, I have knight d3, I guess. a3, knight d3, rook e3, rook c1 check, and knight c5 or something like that, and it's still probably lost for me because of my back rank weakness. She does this, and then she wins a pawn over there, so it's not good. 2 pawns down, and she's up 2 minutes on the clock. 2192. I mean, you know, it wouldn't bother me if she wasn't 2192, you know, but when people are like playing like GMs when they're 2192, it's a little disturbing at times. Alright, now knight c5, and she might not have a way to defend both pawns. Okay, this is probably drawable, but she's going to win on time. Now rook d5 versus rook c8. I would like my drawing chances in this slow game, but I'm going to flag. And she just makes a completely random move. Rook d7 and knight e6. Okay, she just wants to win on time. The h6 is next. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. Now rook takes e5. King g2, rook takes e5. She played f4, which is stronger. I'm going to be toast here. f6. Rook e7. Some technicalities to work out, but we're flagging, which is the most important thing. So we'll try to get a 5-minute game in. I can't. Knight takes e6, takes e6, takes e7. I don't know, does this work? This shouldn't work. No. I'm gonna lose. Check in e7. Okay, good game, lady. Nice game. Alright, so let's try to get back in a 15-minute pool. We got butchered. Super fast. We have a real good score against her lifetime, but it didn't get any better today. So 15-minute chess, been a little slow to fill up though. Sorry folks for the delay. We might have to wait a couple minutes. Compulsory opening study. Of course. No, I've had incredible results against WGMs and other players with A6. I have like maybe 4 wins and a couple draws and a loss to Josh Friedel in like 7 games with the St. George, and every one was at least 2,300. So I guess I made some kind of major mistake in the opening. I know the b takes c4 has got to be good, but I felt that somehow, I guess my setup was a bit too passive. There are more aggressive things I could have done, like maybe knight f6 instead of bishop e7. I already played knight f6, sorry. I don't know.